Hey there, YouTube. Evil here. I know it's been a long time since I posted anything on the channel. I've been gone for a while, mainly because, long story short, my computer laptop that I used to have got stolen 5 years ago. And then since then, I haven't been able to post things on the channel, and as well I've also moved a couple of times, different locations. So I've been kind of busy. Lots of random stuff has happened. You know, I've been reading a lot more comics. I still doing comic book pickups and manga pickups and stuff like that. But uh, but I thought I'd do a manga collection as my first video up on the channel in almost 5 years now. So I hope you enjoy my collection. I'll go over of what I have, what I've read, what I still need to read, and overall thoughts of everything so far. And yeah, that's that. Let's get into the collection itself. First up over here, we got Toriko. Got the full set 1 through 43. I enjoyed Toriko. I think it's a hidden gem in Shonen Jump's manga catalog. I highly recommend it if you like series like Dragon Ball or JoJo's or One Piece. It's kind of like a hybrid between those three series, in my opinion. But yeah, next we have all of Yu Yu Hakusho. This is a classic for me. I grew up back in the 90s, Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball Z and Rurouni Kenshin were kind of like the entry animes for me growing up. They were kind of like the 90s big three in the battle shonen genre, or Shonen Jump's magazines in general. I know Kenshin and Slam Dunk kind of swapped in the role of the big three. But yeah, I really liked Yu Yu Hakusho. Next we have Spider-Man Fake Red, a single volume one shot. I like that one. It was interesting. Some Japanese kid finds Spider-Man's costume in the trash can, and he pretends to be Spider-Man while the real Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is out on the street somewhere, dealing with the alien symbiote on his body. And yeah, it's a fun story. I think you would enjoy it. I am a big I I really enjoy it, and it gets me curious whenever they do like a East meets West, manga and traditional Western comic crossovers. So yeah, that I don't know, it fascinates me whenever they do stuff like that. Next, speaking of which, next we have Deadpool Samurai. It was alright. I've read better Deadpool comics, but for this, I thought it was alright. I got the Tatsuki Fujimoto one-shot collections. I still need to check those out. I haven't read them. Wanted is Ichiro Oda's one-shot prototype collection. I read this back in the day, a few years back, online through a English translation, but they finally released it in English. So yeah, if you want to see the first appearance of Luffy, it's collected in here. If you're a One Piece fan. Next, got One Punch Man. I highly enjoy One Punch Man. I'm currently up to date with the English volumes. Still waiting on that season 3 anime. I believe it's supposed to come out sometime this year. So we'll see what's good with that. It's been almost like what, a 5-year hiatus since the last season. Next we have the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Complete. You know, like, also got the anime, movie, manga, whatever. But I like Yu-Gi-Oh! I prefer the first 7 volumes before the game. Before the story heavily focused on only the card game, and then later on, switch things up in the final arc. But yeah, I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh! At least the original series. Next shelf. I don't know if you can see over here. We got the Battle Angel Alita, the old school releases by, I think it was by Viz. I know modern day, a lot of you probably have this series in the new Kodansha release hardcover format in the nice fancy box set, but this is the one I have. Next we have the Bat manga, the old school Batman manga. I still need to check this one out. It's still on my to read list. Next to it, we got the Batman and the Justice League manga. This I also need to read, but it kind of sucks that the last volume to the series never got an English release. It got cancelled. So the story's technically unfinished. I mean, it's finished, but it doesn't have a Western release as far as my knowledge. You could correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but what the hell, DC? Just put out the last volume. Next I got a Solonin single one shot. I still have to read that one, so no input on that. I got the 6 volumes of Urusei Yatsura. I read through the first 5 volumes of Urusei Yatsura. Obviously I haven't read through volume 13. I want to get rest in between. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this classic series. I recommend it if you like old school 70s slice of life comedy type of anime or manga. Next we have the Death Note short stories. This is kind of like a pseudo sequel to the original Death Note manga. It was alright. Mega Mix Volume 3. I'm missing the first 2 volumes. This one, I found this volume at a book off one time. So I want to track down the other first 2 volumes so I could finally read this one, released by Udon. Next we have Sakamoto Days. I'm currently up to date with Sakamoto Days. I'm really enjoying this series. It's one of the modern shonens I'm currently enjoying. I love it. I haven't seen the anime yet. Maybe when it gets released on Blu-ray or something, I'll pick it up. I don't want to get a Netflix account just to watch Sakamoto Days. Up here, we got 2 crossover mangas by Marvel and Viz. First, we got Secret Reverse, which is a Spider-Man Iron Man team-up book by Kazuki Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! This was his last manga he released before his passing. And it was a Spider-Man and Iron Man manga, you know, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Art style. So if you ever want to read a Spider-Man manga with Iron Man in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Style, this is it. And you know it's in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe, but look, there's Joey Wheeler and My Valentine right there. So he snuck this in, let you know this is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Story. And I believe originally the antagonist was gonna be Seto Kaiba, but I guess Marvel or whoever wasn't down for that idea, so they created this original antagonist. I mean, look, it even looks like he has like blue eyes, white dragons coming out of him. But yeah, interesting story. If you're curious. Next, we have this Wolverine manga. I have not read this one yet, so I have no input. Is it any good or bad? So it's still on my to-do list. If you guys have read this one, you know, let me know in the comments if it's any good. Next, we got the Ashino no Joe. I have read through the first volume. I still have to check out the second one. I'm enjoying it so far based on the first volume I've read. The only thing I'm kind of sucks outside of like the price. I mean, these things are like $60 a volume. The only thing I don't like is that there's no chapter index between the chapters. So you'd be reading a chapter and you want to know what chapter number you are or when it ends and stuff. You know, it's almost like just one continuous thing. It's kind of weird. I wish they did that for this release. There's no real chapter index. But outside of that, I'm enjoying the series. I'm enjoying the story. It's nice that we finally got this in English the first time ever. So see how far it goes. Next over here is another case of those out of print mangas. Like Toriko is Knight of the Zodiacs or Saint Seiya. I have the first 6 volumes and a lot of stuff missing in between. I have volume 11, 13, missing stuff in between, and 23, 24, 25, 7, 8. Yeah, I watched the original anime. I enjoyed it, but but I want to track down more of the missing volumes so I could consume the original manga. But yeah, hopefully one day I'll track down the rest. Next to that, we got the first 3 volumes of Hunter x Hunter. I got this mainly because I enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't know why I said Yu-Gi-Oh. I enjoy Yu Yu Hakusho, and Togashi, the creator Togashi, also same creator of Hunter x Hunter. So I got this to check it out, see if I like Hunter x Hunter. I still haven't checked it out, so maybe in the near future. If I like it, I'll get more. If I don't, I'll probably sell the first 3 volumes or something. Next we have Chainsaw Man. I'm currently up to date with all the Chainsaw Man. I'm really enjoying this series. So far. I can't wait for the next volume, I'm pretty sure everyone by now is familiar with Chainsaw Man. Um, next we have the first 13 volumes of GTO. I'm really digging this series. I'm caught up to date, at least with the 13 volumes I have. This is another out of print series that every now and then I'll be checking online to see if there's like affordable volumes that I could pick up to add to my collection so I could continue reading the rest of the series. It's pretty dope. Um, Next we have the Kirby manga. I have not read uh, a single volume of the Kirby manga yet, but I'll let you know when I do, if I think it's what I think of it. Um, Next, we have the Elfen Light manga, first two volumes. I've watched the anime back in the day. I still haven't read the manga, so it's still on my to-do list. Next shelf, we got JoJo's. I've only read through the first part one of JoJo's. I read through all of part one. I enjoyed part one. A lot of people tell me it gets better as the series goes on the further parts. I have a couple volumes of part two, but not the full set, so I'll eventually have to track down those missing two volumes and read rest of part two and see if it's better than part one. Next to that, we got a lot of the classic collection line. I got the All of Devilman. I read through all of that one. I enjoyed it. Got Super Sentai Go Ranger. I read through that one. I didn't. It was alright. I didn't like it as much as Devilman, but it was still enjoyable. Next, we got Battle Spaceship Yamato. Uh, I haven't read through this one yet. Lupin the Third. I still haven't read through that. I read through Cutie Honey. This one, I bought this book online when it was like $20 and people were trying to get rid of it, and then four like 4 or 5 months later, after I bought this book for like $20, I saw like on eBay and everything, this was going for almost $100 and stuff. The price skyrocketed all of a sudden. I don't know what the hell is going on. I guess did this one get out of print or something? I'm assuming. I don't know why it dramatically shift the value. And next we got Captain Harlock. I still haven't read through that one. The Fist of the North Star, Volume 1 and 2. I still haven't checked that one out. I mean, read through the first two volumes. That's why I haven't gotten got any more. I still want to see if I enjoyed the first two, but it probably is good. I enjoy old school manga. Full Metal Alchemist, the Full Metal editions. I've watched and read through Full Metal Alchemist before. I've watched both of the animes, the original and Brotherhood, the movies, and I used to have uh, the Full Metal Alchemist manga, the regular editions, uh, many years ago, but I've been picking up these Full Metal editions. I only got the first four, but hopefully in the near future I'll get more. Got Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. I really enjoy Akira Toriyama's work. I got into the anime and manga through Dragon Ball when I was growing up in the 90s. So that was like my gateway anime and manga to the medium. So yeah, check out Akira Toriyama's Manga Theater. It's like Toriyama's one-shot collections and stuff, collection of one-shots, all sorts of stories. I hope they release more of Toriyama's work that haven't got English releases yet. Next, we got the X-Men manga. There's like two of these volumes. I only have the first one. This collects the 90s X-Men manga that was loosely based off the 90s X-Men animated series. Uh, I used to have a couple of the floppy editions of the single comics of the X-Men manga, but it's nice for them reprinting the series in this soft cover format, so it'll be more easier obtained for newer readers. And I would love to Marvel give a similar treatment to the Spider-Man manga from the 70s. But next to that, we got the Cat Eye Boy. I enjoyed Cat Eye Boy. I wasn't too sure if I was gonna like it or not when I first picked it up. It was just out of a whim thing, but I enjoyed it. I recommend it if you like sci-fi or horror themed stories. Next to that, we got the Evangelion Neon Genesis or Neon Genesis Evangelion manga. We got the first three volumes. I still have to check that out. I haven't read it yet. Got the first three volumes of the Trigun. Well, I got the Trigun and first two volumes of Trigun Maximum of the deluxe edition. I enjoyed Trigun. I've actually recently read through the series. Like last year, my neighbor let me borrow her set, so I've read through the all of Trigun recently. That's why I haven't bothered to open these ones yet. But um, but Trigun's awesome. Uh, I I still need to get the rest of the volumes for the deluxe editions. But yeah, next I got Vagabond, Volume One of the deluxe editions of Vagabond. Um, Still haven't checked it out, but a lot of people recommended me check it out, so that's why it's there. I got the deluxe hardcover edition of H.P. Lovecraft's Mountain of Madness. This one was pretty interesting. I wasn't too familiar with the rest of H.P. Lovecraft's novels. It's like a manga adaptation of one of his novels, so yeah, I'm digging this hardcover deluxe hardcover format. I hope we get more series in this format. I would love Dragon Ball to get a deluxe hardcover format, as well as a updated translation. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you would know we don't have a single 100% uncut release of Dragon Ball for the Western market. More on that later. Actually, got some volumes of my Rurouni Kenshin. I have this complete. The missing 10 volumes that covered the Jinchu arc. I let my friend borrow it to read through. Never experienced the Jinchu arc. The anime never adapted it, so yeah. Up here I have a random Japanese volume of Kenshin that I bought online one time, that someone like went through and translated this Japanese manga with sticky notes and like just covered their own personal fan translation, putting sticky notes all over the bubbles so you could like read it. So I still haven't checked it out, but it's on my to-do list. Got the 2 volumes of Rurouni Kenshin restoration. I think this was like a manga adaptation of the live action movie. It's like a abridged version of the Kenshin series. I personally didn't like this one that much as just the regular series. I'm pretty sure we're never gonna get the Hokkaido arc in English because the controversy behind the author. If you know, you know. Next we have is Kaiju number 8. I really like Kaiju number 8. This is another one of those modern shonens that I'm really liking. Currently up to date. The only one I haven't read is this side story volume. Next we have is Devilman G. I enjoyed the classic Devilman from the classic collection. I haven't read through these two spin-offs. I have Devilman G and Devilman vs. Hades. So I hope they're as good. I haven't checked them out yet. Next I have is Infinity Force. I found this at my local bookstore a couple days ago, so I haven't read through this one yet. Got this Cutie Honey spin-off, Cutie Honey Go Go Go. I read through like I mentioned, I read through the original Cutie Honey, but I still haven't read through this one. Got this Spawn manga, so we got more of some of these more of the East meets West crossover mangas I was talking about. That I haven't checked this one out yet. Found it at the local bookstore a few days ago. It piqued my interest. I still haven't read through it. Got this Batman. What was this called? Justice Buster. Batman Justice Buster. I still haven't read this one yet. It's to my to-do list. Superman. I have the Superman manga released by Kodansha as well. Same as this Batman manga. I still haven't read through the Superman one, but it's basically Superman on his downtime going different like places around the world, eating different foods. So I'll let you know if it's any good whenever I get around to actually reading it. Next shelf. Down here we have the Dragon Ball 3-in-1 editions. I also got this Dragon Ball art book in the corner right there. I'm missing only one volume of these 3-in-1 editions. I really like the 3-in-1 editions. You know, like I like, it's one of those least censored versions of Dragon Ball, like I mentioned earlier. This one basically has those couple scenes where you see Bulma naked in a couple frames, but it get rid of all the scenes that like a character will stick his middle finger up, so it censors the middle fingers, but keeps the nudie scenes through this edition. And this also collects the Dragon Ball of its entirety without doing the Z split and doing the renumbering chapter format. This is all of Dragon Ball in its original chapter format. Chapter numbering, original chapter numbering, without doing the Z split. Next to that we have Toriyama's previous work, Dr. Slump. I have all of Dr. Slump. I have one of the volumes with a friend of who's reading it. Next to that I've got all of Dragon Ball Super that's currently released. Volume 24 is supposed to come out in the near future. This one over here got two number ones, cause got one that's the original cover and one that was a Loot Crate exclusive cover. So that's why I have two number ones. I'm enjoying Dragon Ball Super, but I honestly is not as good as the original, but I still like new Dragon Ball stories is a new Dragon Ball story, you know? But I don't know what's gonna happen now Toriyama passed away last year, RIP, as far as getting new Dragon Ball stories in the new future. What's gonna happen with Super is gonna continue. Is Toro Taro just gonna cancel and move on a different project? We'll see. I'm hearing various mixed things in the internet world regarding the series. Next I got the single volume of The Time I Got Reincarnated as Yamcha. This is a single one-shot isekai about some dude who dies, who's a Dragon Ball fan, and gets reincarnated as Yamcha. And he tries to basically make Yamcha cool and relevant using his knowledge of the Dragon Ball series. yeah. Next to that, we got some more of Toriyama's one-shots like Kawa. Alright, got cut away for a minute. Where was I? Oh yes. Next we have Jocko the Galactic Patrolman and Sandland. I hope one day we get more of Toriyama's unreleased work in English releases. That'll be nice. Um, Next we have Demon Slayer. Excuse me, a one shot one of the Demon Slayer one shots, Water and Flame. Got Miss Black General. I've only read like maybe the first 2 volumes. This is a fun superhero parody manga. I really enjoyed so far. Colorless. This is a unique cyberpunk story. I enjoyed it. Got some classic volumes of Astro Boy. Right next to that, we got some volumes of Hero Man. This is a unique manga that was released by Stan Lee, the creator of Spider-Man and Marvel and stuff. Next to that, we have some Japanese volumes of Dragon Ball SD. I found these volumes at a convention one time at an anime expo. This series has been released in almost every language but English, so it'd be nice for Viz to translate the series and put it out in the Western market. Considering that Dragon Ball Super that looks like there's gonna be in a hiatus or might get canceled. I don't know what's gonna happen with Super. If Super gets canceled, they could at least still release this. This is still ongoing, I believe. So hopefully one day we'll get some Dragon Ball SD in English. Next, we have the last shelf, which are my box sets. Got the Demon Slayer box set right here. I got recommended by a couple friends who told me watch the anime, but I just read through it. I thought it was alright. I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't know if it's a series I'll like go back to and reread it or anything like that, or if I would end up gifting it to someone in the future. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's overrated for the most part. Next to that, we got the Dragon Ball box sets. Classic Dragon Ball. You know, this set also is the least censored version that you could get in Dragon Ball in the West. I would love for Dragon Ball get the hardcover treatment, like Trigun and Vagabond and stuff. So one day they'll give Dragon Ball the hardcover treatment. That'll be nice. Maybe an updated translation. Next to that, we got Death Note. That's my final manga box set. That's pretty much my manga collection. Up to date manga collection. So, yes, thank you for watching, everyone. I promise to update more frequently. I promise I won't be MIA for another 5 years. So, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Join the community. Help me grow my channel. Until next time, evil out. Peace.